What's going on, YouTube? Just throwing a video up here about the slosh tubs pillar panels on a 67 to 72 C10. As you can see, I got the passenger side mocked up right here. I got the whole panel as $140 shipped to my door at this time. So that way make it nice and smooth. I like doing all that. And there's the driver's side, and I got the one with the spot cut out already for your steering right here. So that way, I hope it makes it easier. I've never done these before, but I figured I'd show you what I'm working with and show you how to put them in, I guess, because I didn't see too many videos of this on YouTube, and it's very limited on who was doing them, I guess. I don't know why they don't put this stuff up. So as you can see, mine's all mocked up. What I did on mine, there's a couple ways you can go about it. I called Slosh Tubs and talked to the guy, super nice, and told me you can go either which way. So I went with this way, and I cut out, boom, my AC all together. So that way I wanted this to be flush. So as you can see, I got it nice and flush right here. Now, what these panels do, you know, obviously flush it all out, make it look good, and they're all bead rolled. But when you're installing these, when I say flush, on these trucks, you got this little, you know, step right here on this. It's on both sides, and here's the factory one right here. I'm not sure if you can kind of see it. It's about a 1/4 inch step. So it comes out, you know, for your AC. So what I did there was just make it smooth, as you can see right here. And I'm going to do some body work to make this look better, obviously. So, but I'm just going to line it up on this little edge right here. I got my cuts, and everything's pretty much mocked up for weld in here. And the kit comes with the corner piece. Get these magnets out of the way. These are just rare earth magnets, and I use them a lot to hold panels in place. They do really good. So the slosh tub's coming with this filler panel here. These little filler panels, and you can see there's all of them right there. These are 1.5 inches, so that way when they're on the lip, they will mesh good. Oh crap, I don't have all my tools here because I suck. But as you can see right here, I just kind of welded this in right here to get rid of the AC, or not the AC, the blower motor. So the blower motor, all that stuff was, you know, right behind there and smoothed out. I just can't really find all that stuff. I don't feel like taking this all back apart right now. But as you can see, if I could do this again, this is why I'm making this video, to do new tips and tricks to make life easier on you guys, is I wouldn't do this way. I wouldn't cut that out and do, because I wanted it flush, and I didn't realize how many steps and bevels are in this firewall when I did that. So I would just leave that. Just leave it factory and just put these on top and then weld them all up like that. The crappy part about that is you're gonna have a gap, and so it's gonna be hard to see. Let's see if I can do this with this panel. So when this sits flush, you can see you're gonna have like a gap like that. But that's what those little panels for. But I didn't want to have a big old empty area between my stuff. I want it slick as I can, and that's just the way I am. I just want, that's ain't how I envisioned it. So I did it like that. Now if I could redo it, I would have just left that and just been done with this and called it a dang day. So just so you guys can see what's going on with these panels, and just so you know what you're in for on them. You know, everything's custom. You know, you can do anything you want with this. You can cut it in half and not use this side, and you don't have to go over. I envision this thing being completely smooth and that rail all taken down, and this thing all bead rolled. And so if I could redo it, I would, like I said, I would just do that, or I'd just buy the panel for my Atomic Amaretto, and he has the one where it just, you can just weld it right in right here, and then he has that little bead rolled section that goes over top of that, and I could have welded that flat, and that way you would have saw these bevels, and that's not a big deal, but at least it would have sped up this process by a couple days. So there's that, and this was Slosh Tubs, and it's a good value. And the guy, I think his name is Mike, super nice guy. He talked to me on the phone, answered right away. I have no complaints about them. I just didn't, you know, I'm so amateur all this, I just didn't realize all the, you know, all the stuff I was getting into on this. So with all the bead roll of the panels, because this bead roll is going to put you in like 1/8 of an inch just because the panel is going to, you know, bevel in, and then plus these are the 1/4 of an inch. So it's just, it pops that panel out further than what I imagined. I don't know why I didn't think about that. So that was just something you can think about when you're buying these guys and what you're getting into when you're looking at buying these solar panels. I would still do it again. It's not that bad. I'm just complaining because it's taking me longer than I thought. And that's just on me. That's nothing on Slosh or anything like that. If I would have done it the way he said just put it over top of there and weld it up, I would have been done. And that would have been the easier route. But he said, oh, I see people do it both ways. It's just up to you. And I go, screw it, I'm cutting it off because that's the way I think of it. So, and that's what I did. And I'm kind of regretting it. It's just because it makes my job a little bit harder. So, but no big deal. This piece right here didn't come with it. I actually bought this at like Home Depot or whatever, and I just, you know, shaped it just to give this thing a little backing. So, because otherwise the only backing would have been right here. So I just did that. So I'm probably going to do some plug welds on there. I think that was 1.25 inches. Yeah, 1.25 inches. As you can see, 1.25 inches. Just barely sticks over and gives you a nice little thing to weld to if you want to go this route. And you can come over here, and then when you get it here, you can kind of push it against there to close that gap up a little bit to keep this 1.25 inches all the way around if you want. What I'm fighting with is when you do the 1.5 inch panels, wherever I set it. Oh, there she is. It's the one I got shaped already. So once you do this, excuse me for a second as I get my magnets all back in place. Just to kind of hold this thing that I'm working with here. I need to get some like those Quigo pins or whatever they're called. Quico. But there you go. So you can see right there. And when you put this flush, you got about 1/4 inch. Let's see if you can see it for a better angle from here. So you can see there's like 1/4 inch right there playing. But as you get down to the side, you can see that gap gets a little bit better just because the panel's kind of kicking out. And I can bend this out. And this is all going to be behind a fender anyways. Like, it doesn't matter so much on that side. So, but just me being picky, I think I'm just, this is 1.5 inches. So I would probably do 1.25 inches right here is what I'm thinking. Or I'm just going to weld this guy in. And then when I weld it in, I'll just smooth it out to make it look right. But I just didn't want it to be wavy and all that. I want exact measurements, I guess. I could just leave it overhang, but I don't know if that's gonna look like trash or not. I don't know. I just don't want to regret it if I did leave it overhang, and I'd regret it later. So there is that. So you guys can kind of see what I'm playing with here. And these are the slosh tubs. See, gave me a sweet sticker, so you know I was happy. So there you go. And that's really about it on this guy. Like I said, if I could redo it again, I probably wouldn't worry about, you know, doing the whole kit. I would probably just go. It's only because at this moment I'm just wanting to be done with it. Is I would have just got like the Atomic Outer Retro. I'm sorry if I'm saying that weird. And he got the little piece that's already filled in. You just weld that up, and then you would just put the little bead roll panel on top of that one, so it won't be as big of a bead. It's going to squish this down to like right about there of a bead. So I don't know if it would still look good, but I don't know. I think I like this one a little bit more just because it's so big and it's very, when you open the hood, it's just going to be like boom, you know, you can see all the bead rolled. And that's what I like. And of course, all these guys are going to be welded. All this is going to be welded. So, oh no, plus all these cowls are going to be welded. But there's that. I just wanted to put a video up there because every time I try to Google something and I don't find it, hey, it gives me a reason to make a video, I guess. So there she is, guys. Just let me know if you have any questions, anything you would have done different. I don't know. I'm new at this. I'm just having fun. I would weld right here and weld this all in, but I want to have wavy welds all the way down. So I'm probably not going to weld that. And I'm going to weld all this from the underside. And then I'm going to put this panel on last. And then I'm going to plug weld this all the way around. So that way I have it nice and smooth everywhere. I don't want to have, you know, welds showing everywhere that I have to do. I might weld this slip right through here. And then I'll smooth this because it'll be easy to smooth with, you know, some sanders. But when you get to this corner back here, I'm going to have to do that by hand, and I don't feel like sanding out weld forever. So I think I'm just gonna plug weld right here. Like do like, oh, that's why this is here. You see that? It's a 1-inch strip L, and I'll cut tabs out that, and I'll put it in here, and I'll just plug weld to that. And this will be welded. This will be welded to the cowl, and then I'll plug weld into that. So I don't know. You guys have any questions? Just let me know. I appreciate the time. Peace out.